Ho, ho, hello again. I am Blighty, and I've just stumbled blindly across something kind of amazing. I'm giving you a nifty little Stargate address for your No Man's Sky adventuring where, I've discovered, a fistful of people from the player community have claimed a frosty little planet and built more than a dozen Christmassy themed bases on it. And some of them are truly spectacular, and the work of builders so clever, so astonishingly clever. I honestly have no idea how some of this stuff was even done. And as we're a week away from the Santa Day now, I thought it'd be nice to share some. Some, but not all. I'll leave some of them for you to discover on your own, because that's half the fun of it, isn't it? Maybe save it up and share it with the kids on Christmas afternoon or something. So please allow me to welcome you to Planet Tinsel Town as we come in on our first visitation. Kaleidoscopes for Christmas. You can see there it's plopped down next to a crashed freighter. Not very Christmassy, but there's the big old two-base. Look, it's got a Ferris wheel thing going around and all. Isn't that clever? Come in on a perfectly semi-submerged landing pad there. Look at that. Perfectly just nestled in the snow. Yep. That looks like a kaleidoscope to me. Don't know about you. NPC pilot coming into land as well. We'll just ignore him. Yeah, the first thing that caught my eye was over here. It looks very much like it might be a mangler, where the baby Gibbous was born in the mangler. It's been a while since I've been to church. I'm pretty sure it was a mangler, right? I love the Diplos as the animals. Look at these little robot people, though. The little faces on the screens and everything. That's such a clever idea. I'd never thought of doing that. Little baby Jesus robot in the crib there as well. And the angel, the shock face on. Unbelievable. We've got our statue guys, the three wise men, and Bob down there in the snow as well. Wise man Bob. Snowman in the background there as well. I love the Diplos as the animals for the mangler. And look, they've got the star above it and all. Look at this Christmas tree though. Look at this spectacular Christmas tree. We're going to see a few different Christmas trees on a couple of bases. This one's easily the best one. Such an amazing job doing that Christmas tree. We got a fairground ride of some kind here. I'm not sure what that's got to do with Christmas, but it's pretty clever. I like what they did there. It's very clever use of parts. And then we've got a little ice cream guy here. Look at the wafer. Look at the wafer in the ice cream cone. Look at it. Clever, clever, clever detail. Got another little Christmas tree here, and the kids playing, little robo kids. Little robo snowman in the background there as well. G'day, mate. Yeah, I love this. It's just a little playground all fenced off here, and a little seats by the side for the adults back there as well. But yeah, we have to have a look in the kaleidoscope, of course. Got some stairs leading up to the tube, so presumably we can see something cool. I'm not sure what these parts are, but they look a hell of a lot like tinsel, don't they? Some sort of glitching separator, it says. But yeah, very much looking like tinsel, or indeed refractions in a kaleidoscope. Can't get through there, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to go the long way around to get to the other side. Maybe we can have a slightly better look at the Ferris wheel kind of shenanigans going on around the kaleidoscope there. Something very complicated going on in this building over here as well. I need to learn how to do this glitch building. Look at that. Look at that little that's flaying out. I'm not even sure what that is or how they did that, but it looks really cool. This little nesty ball thing in the middle too. Not even sure what that is made out of. Can't even tell, it's so glitched together, but it looks so cool, doesn't it? It's like some sort of fancy reactor. Yeah, that's the kaleidoscope base, which I thought was pretty clever. Definitely the best part of that base is the Christmas tree, closely followed by the absolute adorable cleverness of the robotic mangler with the baby Jeebus. Such clever stuff. So, Tinsel Tavern next on the planet of Tinsel Town. This thing blew my mind. I've seen a lot of cozy builds and a lot of, survival crafty base building type games. I've never seen cozy done in No Man's Sky until right now. Absolutely gobsmacking. Look at it. Look at how good that is. Somehow they've done, windows with shutters on and just that. I don't even know where to start. How did they do this? How did they do this with the parts that we have available to us in No Man's Sky? I don't understand most of how that works. Look how cozy it is in here. Little wooden tables, wooden chairs. It's really clever work on the chairs. I'm not sure I love that Christmas tree. I think the baubles are a bit too big. It's not the best Christmas tree. I love this fireplace too. Don't know how they did that. That seems to be made of parts that I don't have. Clever stuff. Love these chairs. That is a very boring office chair, fancied up with some crates and some rolled up canvas thingies to make it look like a cozy chair. Definitely stealing that idea. That is an incredibly clever idea to make a chair look cozy. So we don't really have that many cozy chairs to choose from in this game, or any cozy chairs really. Love this, what's the word I'm looking for? Chandelier. Right? Chandelier's the right word. Love that chandelier too. That's room off the side here with a day bed. Love how they've done that too with the pillows and everything. Desk over in the corner and shelves and everything. It's so clever the way they've done this, but it's so cozy. Again, I've never seen cozy done in No Man's Sky. I've seen some very fancy bases, like incredibly complicated bases full of glitch builds. I love this little bar too. Look, they put the cozy seats on little risers, so now they're cozy stools. Rotating cozy stools. It's just brilliant. Brilliant. As we come around the side here, look, seriously, how do they do this? How do they do it? What's the secrets? What is the sorcery going on here? And we got a little we got a caravan kind of thing around the side here. Wagon. I think wagon's the word I'm looking for. More coziness and a little day bed going on there. Another little cozy chair. Book on the desk and everything. Fireplace, little cactuses and plants and stuff. Oh. Just the work and genius that had to go into that. I've never ever seen the like in No Man's Sky. It is so well done. All those little string lights and all the warm lighting and the chimney with the glow coming out the top. Oh my god, how did they do it? But the cleverness of that still pales in comparison to this. Tiny Tinsel Town. Now, I've been to a couple of miniature villages in my childhood days. You've never seen anything like this. I arrived and I was like, okay, it's just a bunch of stuff on the rock, a little bunch of trees and stuff, and I was momentarily distracted by the stuff around the portal, because I like doing this too. All this sort of junk and these piles of bricks and covered bits and pieces. I put those all over my bases too. I love those clutter things. But then I got a little closer and my mind just went boop. Just blew my mind wide open. Look at this miniature Christmas village. Again, I do not know how they did this. Most of this stuff, I am baffled how it was, constructed. It is so good. It looks exactly like a little miniature village, like a train set style village. I had to go into camera mode here because we can't really get close enough to see many of the details. Look at the little snowman with these shovel arms. Clever use of the shovel arms, I like that. Little letterbox out front of this place and everything, and open door you can kind of see inside. Can't quite get inside though. I tried, I just bumped into stuff. But yeah, just somehow they've managed to look like there's detail inside. And look, then I spotted the train. Look at that. I don't know how they made No Man's Sky sci-fi space parts into a little cutesy miniature steam engine for a miniature. It's just the amount of effort that must have gone into this to make it look so adorable and so miniature. Like, you can resize some parts as you build, but there are limits to what you can resize, and just how they did this, I will never understood. Now you understand why I use this as my my thumbnail shot, especially with the sort of glowy, wintry filter I put on it. Nakatomi Plaza. If I have to explain this one to you, your movie watching is shit. You've just not seen any good movies. And it does look just remarkably like Nakatomi Plaza out of Die Hard, doesn't it? Even got the burning at the top floor windows there. And look, little guy jumping, or falling, I suppose. Little guy falling out one of the windows. That made me laugh pretty hard when I first spotted him as I arrived. I wish I was recording live when I did all this, so you can get my first impression reaction. But yeah, the Hans falling out the window cracked me up. It's remarkable how much this looks like Nakatomi Plaza. I don't know whether I would have got it instantly if they hadn't called the base Nakatomi. Like, would I put two and two together if I arrived here and saw the burning building and the guy falling out the window and everything, would have instantly put two and two together and, oh, that's a Die Hard reference. I need to learn how to glitch build. I need to learn how to miniaturize the portals like that. That's so cute. I love it. I have no idea how people do this. I'm sure it's pretty easy. I see it a lot in other people's bases, so it can't be that difficult. I just haven't taught myself it yet. I'm sure there's 1,000 YouTube tutorials to teach me all about it. But yeah, now we go up the staircase, and I like these little burning elevators right here. That's a cool idea. But as we come up, we arrive at the office. Now, it's not a sort of one-to-one for the movie set, I guess, but you know what it is, and you know the impression they're trying to give here, and I think it's some really, really fun work. Now you can have the debate of whether or not Die Hard is actually a Christmas movie in the in the comment section, because that's not been done to death yet, has it? Tell you what though, if Die Hard's a Christmas movie, then so is Batman Returns, because that happens at Christmas too. In fact, there's probably more Christmassy stuff in Batman Returns than there is in Die Hard, if we're honest with ourselves. That's clever work. It's just clever work. Oh, Christmas Tree Restaurant and Lounge. Hands up in the comment section. Who had to learn that song as a kid? I did. I was in choir when I was a young boy, long before my voice broke, obviously. I was in primary school. We had to learn this. We had to learn the Oh Christmas Tree song. We had to learn it in German, too. O Tannenbaum, something, something. I've forgotten every other word in German of that song I ever learned. But I did once know it in German. And I could sing it. But then puberty smacked me in the throat, and I can't sing anymore. It's not a bad trade-off considering all the other stuff I got, but, you know, I do wish I could sing sometimes. Singing is a lovely talent to have. So, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. There's another thing I need to remember to do in my own bases, using those fluorescent lights, the straight fluorescent light and the circle fluorescent lights as letters. It's janky and it's clumsy and it looks sort of really garbo sometimes, but I kind of like that aesthetic as well. Gives me kind of Fallout vibes almost because it's so janky. Yeah, I tried to get another screenshot here as well. This one didn't work out quite as well as the other screenshots, so but I thought this one might have been thumbnail worthy if I can get my head in between the ho ho Merry Christmas properly, but couldn't quite get the camera angle to work, so that was super readable. I do love that Christmas tree though, that sort of angular Christmas tree. It kind of reminds me of the fake Christmas tree we had when I was a kid, because we never had a real Christmas tree. It was a very lower middle class, and we just had this janky plastic Christmas tree. It wasn't even green, it was silver for crying out loud. But yeah, I like what they've done there with that Christmas tree, rather than trying to make it look natural, that sort of artificial Christmas tree look, the building Christmas tree look. Like I said, this place kind of gives me Fallout vibes almost. But then we come in, the restaurant itself, we've got a little guy there, and the tray of drinks. I've done that tray of drinks almost exactly like that before. And of course we've got the stuff scattered around the tables. Little fireplace over there as well. The message module is broken, or they didn't put a message. I don't know what's going on here. I went to see what it said, but it just says you find a message from the owner, and then I never found out what the message actually was. So, shrug. Yeah, nice little restaurant. Not quite as cozy as the Cozy Cabin, but there was some coziness there. Sort of out here in the shell of it, we've got a few more decorations. Lovely little frame there. I like what they've done there. And just a few rando bits and pieces of usefulness elsewhere around outside the sort of self-contained restaurant in the middle there. And nope, can't go through there. That's a glass wall, Blunty. Go through the door. I only ever do that in video games. Never done that in real life. You know, some people just walk into glass doors. I've never actually done that. I've had plenty of friends who do that constantly. Never done that myself, but always do it in video games for whatever reason. But yeah, that was a nice little idea restaurant there. Kind of keeps the sci-fi vibe, so it mixes in a little Christmas there too. I like the mix of that. Candy Cane Lane next, and no prizes for guessing why it's titled that once we get ourselves on the ground here. This is another clever bit of building. This is not the tricky glitch cleverness building that we've seen in some of the other bases. This is very standard parts, but oh, I slightly bashed into one of the candy canes there. I don't think anybody noticed, So the paint chip is at the top there. Who's going to see? Nobody's going to see. Don't tell anybody, alright guys? That's our secret. But yeah, just using very standard parts, just the tubes, you know, the concrete style tubes that we get to make candy canes. But yeah, you know, sometimes building is clever and glitchy, and sometimes it's just, hey, I never thought to do this with those parts before, and I've never thought to build candy canes with those tubes before. Some of this place confused me. Like, there just seems to be stuff scattered down here, and there's some stuff floating as well, so I don't know whether this is glitched, some stuff is missing, or it's supposed to be floating. Yeah, aside from the cleverness of the candy canes, the stuff down here is kind of a bit weird. But the stuff up on the mountain up there, up on that rock outcropping that we'll see in a minute, that's kind of cute as well. But also I love this bow, this big ribbon bow kind of deal going on here, using the panel parts to suggest a red ribbon tied in a bow. I thought that was very clever. Alright, as we come to the base of that big rock, we find the teleporters up and down, so let's hop in. We reveal, ooh, it's a big hollow rock thing. Look at that. It's all kinds of dramatic, doesn't it? I like those little fire barrels they've done, the lit up walkway. This little domed roof deal going on there. This little room in the middle end. As you can see, there are little glass rooms scattered all around, and I really like this idea too. So these are kind of like little mini cabins. So you hop in here, you get your lovely cozy fireplace, a nice plant, couple of seats. You can imagine, you know, bringing a date up here or something, and cozying up by the fire and enjoying the winter wonderland outside, watching the stars, having a drink, maybe a hot cocoa, maybe something a little more interesting. Yeah, I like that idea. As it's kind of a tourist trap kind of idea of having these little cabins scattered around. I like the environmental storytelling of that. Another Christmas tree up top there. Again, not as fancy as some, but definitely, you know, it's big, green, pointy, and in the shape of a conifer, and you can definitely tell. Well, that's supposed to give you the idea of a Christmas tree. Next stop, Xmas Winter Garden, and this one goes all the way back to 2022 apparently, so people have been building Christmas places here for at least a few years now. So we land in, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, a snowflake perhaps? It's a very cool looking thing. Again, lots more glitch building going on this one to create these really interesting looking floors and these circles and stuff, and these power pylons going around the outside. I don't know what most of these parts are, or how they did that, but stuff at the side there. But yeah, it's a lovely Christmas tree. We're going to camera mode for this one. Again, it's another one I have to go into camera mode to really soak in. Look at the geometrical perfection. It's like a fancy cake, almost. That's what it made me think of. I mean, it's obviously very Christmassy, but it doesn't look like a Christmas cake. It just looks like, you know, one of those especially fancy cakes that's, you know, mostly, I was going to say Parmesan, not Parmesan. What's the cake one? The hard icing stuff. Oh my god, I've lost the word. Parmesan's the cheese. Or Parmesan if you're a fan of a particular cartoon series. I'm not sure what this is down here either. Might be some more environmental storytelling. This is a little atmospheric filter of bubble tubes or something. I don't know. I've seen this trick a lot too, using these power pylons that are going around the outside there to stick out. So, seen that used in a lot of different ways, but yeah. I don't know, I'm not sure what this vibe is supposed to be. It's kind of like a village, Christmas village, kind of like a cake kind of deal. All I know is it's another one of those places that's inspired me to learn how to do some glitch building so I can get slightly fancier with my stuff. But again, if I'm honest with you, I've always been kind of crap at glitch building in all the games where you can do it. I just don't have much talent for it. I don't know, my brain doesn't quite vibe with how glitch building is supposed to work. I don't know. I'm very jealous of people who get to do stuff like this though. It's so neat looking. I like my Santa colors on my character model, by the way. I did that especially for this video. An all red and white Santa type. You can tell in that light. So yeah, teleported down to a special little room here. This is in the middle of the cake, I think. Kind of cool looking. Again, not entirely convinced what sort of vibe we're going for here. It's just kind of, it looks cool. And then, all the way down to a secret little underground room with another thing that Looks like a love child of a gardener and a cake maker. It's like the colours. Look, there's a kaleidoscope for you. Look at that. The person who made this just loves geometry. Absolutely adores geometry. Look at that kaleidoscope of colours and geometrical perfection up there. Just so pretty. So yeah, hopefully you found those as interesting as I did. Just wanted to share that with you in the spirit of the season. And hopefully whatever you do or don't celebrate this time of year, hopefully you have a lovely one. I tend to spend mine alone. That's complicated for me. Grew up with a family like mine. You don't tend to enjoy Christmas very much, but I do have some fun Christmas memories. There's that at least. But yeah, thanks for watching. I am Bloody. Thank you as always to the patrons who are my year-round Christmas gift givers. You get a Christmas gift from those guys every month through Patreon. Anyhow, catch you next time.